Hey, sorry I haven't been around for a while. Figured I'd take you all on a video tour of my garden today. You haven't gotten to see how I spend my time in the summers in a wheelchair, and this is how I garden from a wheelchair. Figured I'd give you guys a tour. Okay, just a second. Here we go. This is how I start my stuff out every year on my garden. I start them out in pots, as you can see. I've got some carrots. I've got some tomatoes still in pots that still need to be planted. I've got some cucumbers that are just now coming on. My roses, my lilies. These are my peppers. Got some more peppers over here. And those are some that have still got to come on. We've had such a mild spring that I think it's going to be a while before I'm able to plant all that. Okay, let's go around front. Show you what we got. I've already taken a bunch of the blooms off of my peony, but I think you're going to understand what it looks like. I've taken almost all the blooms off of this because we had rain this morning and it tends to weigh it down. But these are my peonies. That's what I call them. I'm not sure if that's the technical term. This is, I believe this one here is called coleus. These are all thyme. These are my roses. These are just knockout roses, nothing special, as you can see. These are my climbing rose. And like I said, 2021 has been a good year for the gardens as far as spring is concerned. My hostas, those there are coneflowers, rose that's coming on. I've already taken 3 rose buds off that one and brought them in. I like making flower arrangements in the house. I'll show you one of those in the near future. You're coming up on my strawberry beds. I have got so many strawberries right now coming on that I don't know what to do with them all. I've asked people to come pick them if they want them, but nobody seems to want to come pick. It's like you want the strawberries, but you don't want to pick them. But I can pick, no problem. The way these are set up. This is a raised bed my husband made me. And all of this is strawberries and every one of them. Now there's lilies coming up in there, but those have been there for years and I just don't want to move them. This is another one of my raised beds. I've got tomatoes and onions planted in here. That's some of the sunflowers that are coming on. These are my potatoes in a raised bed. They should do real well, and mixed in with that is green beans. I've got more potatoes along the wall here, and as you can see, they really do make a nice border, and you're going to get the vegetables off of them when it gets done. My hostas are coming on. This onion here is gone to seed, and that's good because that means I can plant more onion seeds. I've got about 100 onions that I've got to plant still. This here is the wall that my husband did for me. On this wall, I've got 2 blueberry plants. I've got cucumbers. I've got beans. All different types of tomato right here. And these here are squash, zucchini squash. And over here, this is going to be my pepper bed. And these are my chickens, where I get my manure and everything from my, these here are silkies. Isn't he gorgeous? I love those little guys. They really are cute. And the eggs that you get from those are unusual. They're tiny. They look like a quail egg. Here's my hens and one of my roosters. I don't know where the other rooster is. Cock-a-doodle, where are you? There he is. He looks like a Rhode Island Red. He's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but I love him. Like I said, this here is wonderful, being able to do this from a wheelchair. That's my compost heap. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's been able to fertilize this whole garden. We've got bees that we do. Again, I do these from a wheelchair. Anyone can do this if you want to. You just got to set up your beds. And you don't have to do like we did with the concrete. But the reason we did the concrete is we did it with landscape timbers one year. And the landscape timbers eventually rotted. And with us not, in our 50s, we know that there's going to be a time when we're not going to be able to do this and put the beds in. So we decided just to go ahead and make it rock so that it's permanent. These are where my flowers and stuff are. That way the bees have something to come to in the early spring. Bachelor buttons like to come up. These are what are called tamed blackberries. And they are really cool to grow because there's no thorns on those. Again, these are my roses. That's what the front of my house looks like. I've done all this myself. I didn't do the raised beds. My husband done those, but he's in worse shape than I am now. He can't do this kind of stuff. But there you go. That's where I've been spending a lot of my time. The only down thing I can say is we have had some losses at our house. I've lost 2 of my dogs. That's part of the reason I haven't been around. One of my dogs lost every one of his limbs. He was a quadriplegic for a while. But I had to ask myself, did I want to keep him alive just for me, or did I want to do something with him? So I went ahead and had him put down. And I had him for over 10 years. And then I lost Princess 2 weeks before that. And I'd had her for 12. And so, yeah, it was a tough loss. But, it happens. So, I just want to give you guys a tour and let you guys know what's been going on. So, I hope to see you back here at the house sometime in the near future. Glad to see you. Bye.